Now, let me introduce our speaker. Without further ado, let me introduce Tatiana. Tatiana is our Pixel Studio intern. She's from NTU, majoring in Information Engineering and Media, and she's attached to us. Her passion for photography and videography is an excellent addition to the team, I must say. So, without further ado, she will go through some of the essential skills for you to pick up in order how can you create engaging publicity with Canva. Canva is a free tool which you can download and use it from the internet, and how you can use this to create posters, EDMs, and even PowerPoint presentation slide. So I'll pass it over to Tat to start the training session. Tat, all yours.
Thank you, Indra. Okay, hi everyone. My name is Tatiana. I'm from NTU and I've been an intern attached to Pixel Studio for the past few months. So I'll be your trainer for today, and I'll be sharing with you how to use Canva. So I've been using Canva for the past few years, and I think that it's a very helpful tool, especially if you want to do like designs for beginners especially. So let's head on to canva.com. Oh, and this will be like a short session. So after this, I highly encourage you guys to go on Canva itself and try it yourself, because it's really a hands-on thing. So you can sign up using your Google account or Facebook or even like your email. It's on web and it's on mobile also. So it's for both iOS and Android. So you can work on both your computer and your phone as well. So after you sign up and then you log in, and it will take you here. So there is no official term for it, but I will just call this the dashboard. So the dashboard will show you a lot of designs like this. It's very colorful, and that's like the main feature of Canva, is that all of these templates are all free, except for some limitations that I will touch on later on. But all these templates are all free, and you can just use and edit them as and when you like. And it's for really anything at all. Yeah, there's a lot of different types of designs that you can do. Like that day, I just discovered that you can make a water bottle label. So that's cool. And you can see your previous projects that you did also. So let's start with hypothetically, I have an event that I want to do a poster for. Let's say the event is a book launch, and I want to make a digital poster that is also A4, so that if I want to print it, I don't have to change the size of it. Okay, so that's exactly what this template is for. So this is a template, and it will show you the dimensions of it, just like every other template. And when you click on it, it will take you to the workspace. It's a blank workspace. But for the other templates over here, if you click on the designs, it will show you the workspace with the design itself, and you can edit it from here. But for this demonstration, let's just click on one. And it will take you to this workspace. This is the workspace. But okay, I forgot to show you. There's this magical search bar here where you can search for anything you like. It's for if you have a really something specific in mind and you want this specific thing to show up in the design. For example, like you want to design a book cover and it's a children's book. You can just type in children's book cover. And then you enter it. And it will show you all the different designs and like all these templates, and you can just edit it from here. Okay, so that's the amazing thing about Canva. It's all free. Okay, so let's get back to the flyer that I wanted to design. Okay, they will show you the event flyer templates at the side over here, because you clicked on event flyer, right? Because I clicked on event flyer. But let's say I want more freedom in my design. So I'll just exit here for a while. and it will show you all these designs. Ta-da! And it's a very wide variety. You can use it for any kind of event, any kind of promotion or whatever. Okay, so when I choose my design, right, personally, if I want to just edit it from the pre-made templates that they have, I usually don't go for the message of it, but I'll go for the layout of it. Like, let's say I want this one. And I think it's just really simple, and it just suits my event. So I'll just click on this. Okay, so the flyers, right, they usually have 2 pages, because flyers, you know, there's a front and a back. But because it's a digital poster that I want to make, I'll just click on the first one. Okay, and it will pop up. Okay, it's loading. Okay, it will pop up like this. Okay, then this is where you can edit anything you want. Okay, so first of all, I wanted to match my event. Let's say my book launch event is a book about flowers, and it's titled Flowers. So let's just change the background for first and foremost. The background, right? If you see, okay, let's just click on the background. I clicked on it already. And then you click on position, and I'll just want to put it to front so that I can see it like closely. And you see that there's this watermark. And if you click on it, they say that to remove the watermark, right, you actually have to pay. And that's the limitations of having a free account. It's like you can't use all of the images for free. Some of it is what they call pro. So if there's like a watermark, right, it means that it's the pro version. Okay, but anyway, I don't want to use this. My book is about flowers, and it doesn't match. So let's just delete this. And then let's go to background first, because background is where all the background images will come up. This is like, it's sort of like how you choose your phone wallpaper. It looks very familiar because it's just very generic. But I want to look for flowers, for example, and I don't think this will fit. So let's go to the photo section. Ta-da! There'll be a lot of stock photos that is available, and it's really, all of these are for free, unless there is a, okay, there's no pro version over here. But when there is a pro image that is available, there will be like a crown symbol at the corner. So let's look for flowers. Okay, and they will have all these flowers images. This was what I'm talking about, the pro one. If you use this, you will need to pay for it. Okay, so let's just select this one. Just click and drag. And you see, right, when it detects that it's moved to the background, it will actually automatically just fit the background. And if you want to, you can change the position by clicking on crop. You see, there's like a butterfly here that I don't want, so I'll just move it over here. Okay, let's edit the text this time. So let's click on this heading over here. And if you see, right, once I clicked on it, there's this dashed border. And what this dashed border means is that this whole text is actually part of this whole group. So if I move this around, the whole group will move. It's just like in PowerPoint, because it's all in a group. So if you want to ungroup it, you have to actually click on somewhere in the group that is not part of an item. It sounds very complicated, but it's just, okay, let's say if I click on this, right, it will select this item. If I click on this, it will select this item. So let's select in the middle, and we'll click on the group. And you can just ungroup it. And you will see the individual items over here. Okay, so let's just select this one and then rename it to flowers, book launch. And if I want to, I can edit I can change the font face to maybe just the same one, around a similar font, but still different. And if I can just change, okay, I think this is nice. But I think it's a bit off because the colors doesn't match the photo at the back. So what I can do, right, is I click on it and I change it to a pink color. But I can just select a random pink color, or I can just select one of the photo colors here. So what these photo colors mean is that it detects the colors in this photo, in this flower photo here, and it like picks out the colors that are in there so that you can use it for your document. So you can, yeah, it will just match the photo naturally. So let's say I want this, but I think the pink, this is too light and this is too dark. So I'll just go with new color and just change it over here. Okay, this is nice. And what these document colors mean is that the whole document, especially including the, like if you want to add new pages, they will have the colors that you use for that whole document. So you don't have to keep on going to having to edit the colors again and again. So the document colors are for the whole document and the photo colors are for the photos used in that page. Okay. Okay, so now, okay, I don't really want to edit the text itself because it's not necessary. But let's say I think that this is it's quite boring. Let's add like a flower over here. And that's where elements come into play. Elements are all sorts of things that you can add into your design. They have like shapes, frames, stickers, charts, which you can actually edit to match the numbers and everything, lines, and just like thematic stickers also. But let's say I want something specific, like flowers, flower. I will have all sorts of flowers here that I can use. Either it's pro or free, but I'll just use the free one because I have a free account. So let's select this one. I think this is nice. Click, drag, and drop. Okay, I think it looks nice, but it's too big. So let's click and drag this. And if I want to rotate it, I can just click on this and drag it. Just do it here. Okay, I think that looks nice. But I think the date, time, and venue is just a bit too weird over here. I want to put it over here. So if I select it, you can see that it's part of a group again. So as I said just now, all you have to do is select an area that is not part of this or this, ungroup it, then click and drag it. And you see like those dotted lines is like a guide for you to place your elements on, so you don't like get a bit how to say,
misaligned.
Yeah, misaligned. Yes. Okay, so let's just drag it over here first, and then if I want to make it like a line to the left, I just click on this line to the left. Okay, so it'll be like this. But this is where usually for events, right, there are speakers, right? So usually the event speaker's profile will be around here. It can be over here, but since the design is like that, let's just put it as like that. And let's just pretend that this is the speaker profile itself. So I want to make a frame where the speaker's head, the photo itself is over here. So because I cannot just use a stock photo, right? It's a actual person. So I'll just use the upload function where you can actually upload your own photos from like your desktop or whatever. So all you have to do is click on this and upload your image or video according to this. And then let's say I already upload this guy over here. This is our speaker. So let's just click and drag. You see? When it detects the background, it will actually fit, but that's not what I want. Let's just click and drag, and I can crop his face. Okay, wait, let's do this again. Crop his face until it's only just his head. Great, that will look like this. But I think it looks a bit boring. I usually like to make the speaker's picture into a circle. So I can use the elements again, except that I am using the frame this time. Okay, so what's the difference between this and this? This, right, if you click and drag it, it's just a shape. It's just a shape with the color that you can choose. But for frames, as long as you see that there is this sky and this grass thing, it means that a photo can be fit into this frame. That's why it's called frame. So when you drag it, it will have that same sky background. But what you can do is click on this guy, drag it, and it will automatically fit into the frame. Then all you have to do is use the crop function and then fit it again. Let's make him smaller. And that's it. Oh, that's it. And that's how you make a simple publicity poster by using the templates that are given and by using just the simple elements and everything. Yep. And after you're done, right, you can actually, okay, all you have to do is save, but actually it will automatically save, just like how Google Drive or Google Docs or Google Slides, they will always automatically save it. If it doesn't work like that, you just click on save. And then you can also share your work so that other people can edit the design also. But the thing about this sharing function is that from what I've experienced, it's not like Google Docs where when two people are working at the same time, it will automatically change. It doesn't work like that. You have to, if one person has to work on it and then close that window, then the other person can edit it. So it doesn't work simultaneously like that. So that's a bit of a restriction with Canva. Okay, the last part is how to export it. So you see on these print flyers, right? Click on the drop down and you can see the different options that you can use. You can actually present this, but like, why would you present this? Share link, which is a link to share the design, for people to view the design instead of editing. Because this sharing is for editing and this is for viewing. Oops, what happened? Okay, so let's click on this download. This is the one that you want because you want to download it into a workable file, right? So it's usually, what is this? Okay, let's just ignore whatever is happening here and click download again. Okay. You can download it as a PNG file, a JPEG file, or PDF, or you can actually use it for MP4 and GIF, but it's for animations lah. For here, you don't really need these two functions. And the file will actually follow the dimensions that you used previously. So as I mentioned previously, right? Let's go back to the dashboard. So look at this, 210 by 297 millimeters. That's actually the A4 size. And this, I forgot to mention earlier, but choosing the dimensions at the start, right, is actually very important because you cannot change your dimensions after that because, okay, let's go back to the workspace. Look at this, resize. If you want to change it, you actually have to have the pro account. And yeah, you have to, yeah. So it's very important to have your dimensions ready. Okay, so next is, so I'm done with this, right? So if I want to, I can just download it and everything. Just click on it, click on download, and it will just save to your wherever you want in your computer. Okay, as I was saying just now, right? If there was a pro, what is happening? Okay, if there was a pro image that I used, let's say I click and I use this over here. Okay, it's a pro image, right? If I want to remove the watermark, if I want to export it into a PDF file, I actually have to pay and download it. But I can also download a free watermarked draft. So that's up to you if you want to pay for it or just use a free version of the image. Yep. So that's all for, let's just undo. That's all for doing a poster, a simple poster. Okay. So far, any questions?
Sheila has a question.
Okay.
She wants to know what is the animate button for.
Oh, animate. Animate, right, is usually for presentations. It's like how the animation tab in PowerPoint works is, okay, let's click on this, for example. And if you click on it, right, see, look how all the text will animate itself. So when you present it, when you click on present, and then you click to show this graphic, it will show the animation. But usually you don't use this for graphics like this. It's usually for presentations. Can you repeat the step where you can change the background? The background, okay. Let's go to the background again. I select the background and let's pretend that there was no background. Let's just delete this first. Okay, so there's no background now, right? I can either use the background tab over here and use one of these, or I can use any of the photos over here, which I already searched for just now. So all I have to do, click on one, drag it, and then when you see that it fills up the whole background, then just let go. And that's it. That's how I use the background. Can you change the flower element color? Usually for elements, right, you can't change the colors. But let's try. Oh, you can. For these simple ones, I think you can. But for like those stickers, right, like this, if I click on this, some of it you can change the color, some of it you can't. So yeah, you can change the colors. Can you use two background designs in one poster? You can, but I don't know how you will do that. You can use two backgrounds in one poster because they don't really define what is the background. You can just click and drag and then just move it around if you want. But for this, right, okay, let's try using a frame to make it a two-part. Oh wait, no, let's not. Let's just use another photo. Let's use this one. If I click and drag, it will just replace the background at the back. But let's just click it. Okay, it's lagging. Hold on. Let's just click on this picture. It will just appear on the design itself. Okay, then let's say I want this picture to be half of the background, if that makes sense. So let's just position it to the back. See, it's sent to back. And I will just okay, I resized it already, but it's taking up the whole thing, right? Let's just crop this whole thing. So it will take up like half of this. Done. So that's how you use two images as a background. Of course, you can like just delete this one and then just do the same method as I did just now. Yeah, there's a lot of ways to do like anything with the images. They don't really define like which is the background, like whatever you want to use, whatever you want to delete is all editable. Let's say I want this I don't want this whole rectangle to take up. Like I want it to be more transparent. I can actually use this transparency tool and just click and drag if I want to. So there's like, you can have a lot of freedom with all the tools here. Do you have any design tips such as what color scheme, fonts, graphics, etc. that looks good or is popular for events or programs? The good thing about Canva, right, is that whatever templates that they give you here, right, already has a good layout. So you can make use of all those fonts, all those colors for anything. So like let's say I use this this donut sale here. They already have those donuts over there, right? So you can make use of all those. And if it's like events, right, all you have to do is just search it up. And let's say it's what kind of event is there? Children's event. Then there'll be like designs which are suited for children because of what you search for. Yeah, so I would recommend like if you have a certain theme in mind, you can just search it up and then just use like all the text and all the designs that they give over here. If not, like it's quite hard to just think of it from scratch. Yep. I hope I answer your question.
Yeah, maybe I can add
Yeah.
also. Nicola, to answer your question, so I mean, different events have different requirements. For us, usually when we work with the different user groups, PL, even CRD, sometimes the design will depend on what type of event it is. So usually there's some brief on what the event is all about. From that brief, we will get the concept of the event and what elements to be used for the events. And this information goes into the research phase. Usually when we want to come up with ideas, sometimes we're like totally blocked. So what we do is spend some time researching about the design element and the concept before we coming up with the actual design itself. So in design, it's very hard to pinpoint what looks good or what's popular. It depends on the event. For example, like some of the exhibition events is like for like National Archive is really those historic events, and certain look and feel needs to come in to justify the look and feel of the event. So it really needs some research, because when we delve into design work, the research element have to be there to generate ideas lah. But one thing about Canva, you can just type in a keyword. It's like having a Google search built into this application. So if for your events like a music event, okay, maybe you just type music event and something will come out lah. Then you choose from the suggestion, anything that catches your eye. Or if you don't like, you can actually change. You don't like the background, you can change the background, the font size or the font. But as a whole, the powerful thing about this Canva is, right, the whole design that is being suggested has all it's harmonized in terms of the color palette, in terms of the font, in terms of some of the graphics and background images that it's suggested. It's well harmonized, so you don't have to take this and take that and mix this and that. Even like the text, you from here, if you want to change this text, they will only allow you to use some of the color that's in harmony with the entire aesthetics of the design. Like pink, you can use black. White you can't use. You can use different shades of red and stuff like that. When you click on the color palette, it will show you what are the colors that's applicable for you to use in this. That's the powerful thing about this. Tat, can you open up the color palette for this? Let's see what are the colors that we can change and use. You see? So you see, these are all the color palettes that is applicable. Other than that, you can use like complementary colors lah. That's opposite of what the color is to make it pop. Like for example, like yellow on black, you know, like white on black and stuff like that. But what they suggested is all these, the photo colors, all these. Those are the suggested colors that once you click, it will be in harmony with the whole aesthetics of the design lah. Just to add in.
Okay, next question. What about digital card? Same process. Any readily available template? What do you mean by digital card?
Yeah, it's like those invitation card, digital invitation card, like events or like a program. You know, you can have program within the section. So you want to design a special card for the event.
For the I'm sure there are a lot of templates for all types of events. For for invitation,
for card, because your flyer is A4 size, but I think card is smaller, right? So do you resize, or there's a template that you can readily use and then just slap in the design?
Yeah, I think there are templates. Okay, let's go back to the dashboard. Okay.
Okay, thank you.
There are actually like this. But you have to take a look at the dimensions and like see like if that's what you want.
Oh, okay. Can. Okay, will do. That's exactly what I'm looking for.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
No problem.
You think you can mention that custom dimensions if you don't see the dimensions that you want, then maybe you can come up with your custom dimensions.
Yeah, there's this custom dimensions thing where you can, if there's a specific dimensions that you want, you can actually click, just edit this and then create your new design from here. But the thing about this custom dimensions is, I think from experience, when you create a new design from here, right, the templates that they give, right, is a bit limited. So what I would suggest is you go to any of the event flyers. Let's say if you are you want to make an event flyer, but in a card version in another dimension. So you just go to a normal flyer template. You create that design, and then you what you do is like you browse through the template that you want according to whatever event that is happening. Then after that, you create a new design with the custom dimensions using this. And then what you can do is actually from the template that you use with the event flyer template, right? You copy everything and then you paste into the custom dimensions design. It sounds complicated, but it's a bit, yeah, it actually works. So you don't have to actually pay to resize this.
Eric also mentioned Canva is free to use. Any copyright issue when using the content. Content is all free for you to use lah.
Yep.
But some of it has this watermark lah. So if you want to remove it totally, then you need to be a pro member or premium member, and that involves some subscription.
And someone asked also like, for this poster, right, because the watermark is covered, can we still use it without paying? Actually, yes. But, okay, let me show you again. The pro one, right? Let's click on it. The watermark isn't just in the middle. The whole thing will have these lines. So if you're okay with those lines at the back, even if it's at the back, then okay, I can. But how you export it is you click on download again. And then instead of pay and download, you just download a free watermarked draft. And then you can just download it with the watermark itself. Okay. For the text, are there other than Roman scripts?
Roman script is I think what Zara is trying to mention, whether you can use other types of languages, like for example Chinese or Arabic and things like that. So this one is all considered Roman script. You know, your A, B, C, D, E, and G, and like that. So non-Roman script would be like Japanese, Korean. You know, those kind of East Asian languages.
I tried with Arabic script before, but it didn't work. So all I could do was I did the whole design without the Arabic script itself, and then I downloaded it, then I dragged it into Photoshop and then added the Arabic. But it's very complicated. So I would say the short version of this, the answer is you will have to try it yourself. Because yeah, for me it didn't work. So the next part of this is using a presentation design. So let's go back to the dashboard again. And I think this presentation thing is very useful because it's just like how you are just very sick of all the old PowerPoint templates. You can just use the designs that they have in Canva. So let's create a blank presentation design first. Let's click on this, and just like how all the other dimensions, all the other designs have, right? There will always be like templates for that certain design itself. So they'll look at all these templates that they give. So you can use it for like your presentations for anything at all, for like meetings or whatever. Yeah, and there is also animated ones like this one. So all I have to do is click, and if I want to, I can just apply to all of them. And then all of this, if you hover over it, right, you can actually see the animations from here. You see? And that depends like on whether it suits the theme of your presentation itself lah. Okay, but the thing about animated okay, let's talk about exporting presentations first. Did I say presentation? Yeah, presentations. So you can actually present from just Canva itself. But from what I experienced, presenting from Canva itself, it might get a bit laggy because it's online, right? So yeah, sometimes it just gets very laggy. And you can use like the animate function that I talked about earlier. But you can also export it to PowerPoint, which is the cool thing about this. Because if you just want a colorful template, you can just apply all the pages, then you export it to PowerPoint. Then in PowerPoint itself, you can edit everything else so that you can work everything offline instead of on Canva. So all you have to do is just make use of the templates over here. Yeah. Okay, but as I was saying, the animations, right? Like let's say, look at this animation. If I export it, right, the animations will not be exported as well, like they said over here. Audio, video, and animations in your design will not work when downloaded as a PowerPoint file. So let's say I downloaded it, and then, okay, let me just switch to this. Then you see that all the animations are gone. So just now the 3 whisker things are gone, which is sad. But how you can work around this is that, let's go back to Canva. So the animations won't be exported, right? But what you can do is, what I would suggest is that for, let's say, this whole banana, which will move, you can actually export it as MP4 or GIF. So it will take quite a lot of time to export everything. So like that depends on whether you want to use the animations in all the slides here. But yeah, that's what I will suggest. Like you export it individually into GIFs, usually GIFs. Then you just edit to your PowerPoint separately. But the thing about GIFs is that the quality will be there will be some loss in quality. So, and then the video also is high quality, but it's a huge size. So yeah, that's the limitations in using animations in Canva presentations. So that was it for sharing about presentation design. Are there any questions? If there are no questions, right, I would just like to share about the last thing about Canva is that you can work with like your team to on these like designs. So like I said just now, you can use the sharing function, right? Or you can use this team thing that is like, it's like how you create WhatsApp groups, but it's on Canva. So you can create like your own teams. And then in that team, you can create this folder and then put all the designs for this project and everything. So yeah, that's the cool thing about Canva. And what else is there? There is also a learning tab over here where you can learn more about how to use for anything. When you there is this branding thing for business where you can like you have built this like folder where you put all your branding logos and colors and everything, and then all you have to do is just drag and drop into all your collaterals, and then you can, it's just easy that way. We have question. So is the download of animation per slide or for all 10 slides? You can choose for individual slides or all slides you can. So let's see. Go back to download. If I want to download MP4, right, then you can actually select the pages, either all the pages or you just individually select. If there are no animations in that slide, then you don't have to. But if I'm not wrong, the download, right, it will be like page 1, 1 video, page 2, 1 video, page 3, 1 video. Yeah, if I'm not wrong, because I haven't tried the animation function yet. So I hope that answered your question. This select pages is for all the designs, by the way. So if you only have like certain pages that you want to download, then you can just select from here. Yep. Is there a limit on the number of projects or downloads per project under the free account? Number of projects or downloads? Oh, I don't think so. Yeah. I have done a lot of projects on Canva. I have never had that problem, or like downloads. No download limits also. The only limits for Pro is the, like I said, the watermark thing, and just the Pro account just has more features that aren't really that much also. Because I think like even with the free account, you can do a lot of things.
So from what you have seen through Tatiana's demo, Canva is really easy to use, and as what you need to do is to drag and drop essential designs and change the text here and there, as the formatting is more or less settled for you. There's even like what I mentioned, like the powerful thing is the Google like built-in search for you to search your assets, backgrounds, icons, graphics and pictures. Even like the color scheme is already set for you, so basically you won't go wrong with the harmony of the art piece lah. And before we end, so with that, I thank you for your attention and hope this have been very beneficial. And any last questions that you guys have? That's it. Thank you so much. Stay safe and thank you guys. Take care. Bye-bye.